would like to take this chance and appreciate you on the love you are showing us on our previously uploaded content. The kind of comments, engagements you are giving us, really, it means a lot to us. The whole team behind the Wandering Bantu brand would like to appreciate all our subscribers and viewers for the amazing support you are showing us. Continue subscribing, liking, commenting and sharing our content. Remember, we're on the way, rather on the road to 100 subscribers. That milestone will mean a lot to us. The Kenya Defense Forces and the Rwandan Defense Forces are two of the main important, or rather the most important militaries in the region. They have been allies for decades and both have achieved great success in the field. KDF was established in the year 1964 after gaining independence from the British. It is currently ranked as one of the top militaries in Africa. It is composed of a large ground force, an impressive air power, and a specialized special forces unit. The KDF is well funded and has access to advanced weaponry including tanks, helicopters, and a significant number of ships. The RDF was established in the year 1994 after the Rwandan Civil War, and it is the primary military force in the country. It is composed of a small ground force, limited air power, and no specialized forces. The RDF does not have access to the same advanced weapons as the KDF, but it does have access to some advanced weapons and vehicles. One wonders what would happen if KDF were directly confront RDF. What would happen if the Kenyan Defense Forces would openly and directly engage in military firepower with the friendly RDF? Is the scenario even possible? But before we analyze that, and before we imagine that, let's focus on the military strength of these two countries. This analysis will focus on budget, military numbers, the age of enlisting in the militaries, among many others. We will begin our analysis by focusing on the great military of Rwanda, the Rwandan Defense Force. According to CIA Factbook, the main military branches of the Rwandan Defense Forces include Rwanda Army, or rather called Rwanda Land Force, Rwanda Air Force, or rather in French, Force Aérienne Rwandais, FAR, and Rwanda Reserve Force. It is a law, or rather its requirement, that one has to attain the age of 18 years for voluntary military service in Rwanda. RDF does not also accept or permit conscription. Rwandan citizenship is required. Enlistment is either as a contract of 5 years renewable twice, or a career. One has to choose one. Another important aspect to analyze on Rwandan Defense Forces is budget, or rather military expenditure, and this military expenditure will focus on percentage of GDP. Between 2015 and 2019, Rwanda spent a flat rate of 1.2% of its GDP. 1.2% is a significant number as compared to other militaries in the region, such as Burundi. Regarding military service and personnel strength, The Rwandan Defense Forces RDF has approximately 33,000 active personnel, and these include 32,000 in the army, or rather Rwandan Land Force, and 1,000 in the Air Force. When we focus on military equipment, inventories and acquisitions, the Rwandan Defense Forces inventory includes mostly Soviet-era and older Western, mostly French and South African equipment. Rwanda has received a limited supply of imports since 2010 from a variety of countries including China, Israel, Russia, and Turkey. Rwanda has also been actively involved in military deployments. Despite its small geographical size, the country has managed to send 1,370 of its troops to Central African Republic under MINUSCA. It also managed to send another 1,125 to Sudan under UNAMID, and an additional 2,750 to South Sudan under the United Nations Mission in South Sudan, UNMISS. Also, of importance to note is that in mid-2021, Rwanda sent about 1,000 combat troops to Mozambique to assist the Mozambican government in combating an insurgency. Recent media reports have indicated a significant success that the Rwandan Defense Force and the Rwandan Police have managed to achieve in Mozambique. This is impressive. The numbers are quite impressive. This cannot be compared with other countries such as Tanzania that have a significantly large geographical area, but they have not actively been involved in such kind of military deployments. Our focus now is towards the Kenyan Defense Forces. Of important to note is that the Kenyan Defense Forces is divided into Kenya Army, Kenya Navy, and the Kenya Air Force. This ought to be general knowledge. Of significant notice, however, is also the Kenyan National Police Service as a paramilitary unit called the General Service Unit. The Kenyan Defense Forces also does not allow conscription. The age for male and female voluntary service is between 18 to 26 years old. Those who are under 18 years can only be enlisted with parental consent. Upper age limit is 30 for specialists, tradesmen, or women with a diploma or other degree, 39 years of age for chaplains and imams, with a 9-year obligation, 7 years for Kenyan Navy, and subsequent 3 years re-enlistments. Applicants, however, must be Kenyan citizens. Regarding the budget of the KDF, between 2015 and 2019, the numbers have been oscillating between 1.2% and 1.3% of the country's GDP. 2018 is the year that saw a budgetary allocation of 1.2% of GDP, whereas the rest have been around 1.3%. Regarding personnel, the Kenyan Defense Forces are comprised of approximately 24,000 personnel, 20,000 in the Army, 1,500 Navy, 2,500 Air Force. This is according to 2020 data. Regarding a KDF's inventory, the KDF's inventory traditionally carried mostly older or other second-hand Western weapon system, particularly from France, the UK, and the US. However, things shifted in the beginning of 2000s. The force sought to modernize and diversify its imports. Suppliers since 2010 have included China, France, Italy, Jordan, Serbia, South Africa, Spain, and the US. On deployment, the Kenyan Defense Forces deployed 3,650 to Somalia under AMISOM in 2021. In 2022, the country deployed another significant number to East African Community Regional Force in the Eastern Congo. The military has also been involved in deployments in South Sudan, in Sierra Leone, Liberia, among other countries. From the analysis of the two armies, or rather of the two defense forces, it's upon you to determine from the hardware, training, software, numbers, budget, and so forth, which stands tall in the region. Let me know in the comment section if you think KDF is better than RDF or RDF is better than KDF. Keep on liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing.